Hi, Mrs. Christine here with another idea for things you can do with your junk mail. For this idea, we're going to be making beads, junk mail beads. So what you're going to need is some junk mail, glue. You are going to need some kind of glue. It could be white glue, it could be a glue stick, whatever you have is fine. A toothpick, scissors, and then optional are a piece of string, or maybe a pipe cleaner. I'll talk about those in a little bit. So first, you're going to cut the junk mail into long triangular strips. So I've got a couple here, but I'll show you. So one end's going to be wider than the other. The more sort of extreme your triangle is, the more color variety you will get in your bead. So it's kind of nice to maybe cut one or two and then try it and see how you're liking it. So I like this side. Yeah, this side's all white, which is fine. You could do this with mostly white paper, and then if you had paint or permanent marker, you could decorate them that way. But I'm gonna take the colorful side and I'm gonna flip that over. I'm gonna put a toothpick right here. This bead's really wide. The wider the base of your triangle, the wider your bead will be. Now, the trickiest part is getting it started. You're gonna kind of make a little fold over that, and then you kind of have to lift and fold. And then you can start rolling it around. Getting it started is definitely the trickiest part. I made a couple of these already, and the first few I made were definitely the hardest to get started. And then it kind of worked out just the way most things do with practice. So now I can pick it up. I'm just kind of rolling it. You can adjust it if you need to. But you can see that green that was at the bottom and then the blue, sort of leaving those colors on the outside. And I'm gonna get these more browns on the inside. And now that I'm just about done, this is where I'm gonna take my glue. And if you're using white glue, do you want a lot of glue or a little glue? You guys know that. The answer is just a little bit of glue. The less white glue you have on there, the quicker it will actually stick, which is very good because you don't want to sit here and hold those all day. You want to make more. They're fun. All right, so there's a big bead. It's not that hard, but it's going to take a little bit of practice. So once you've got a couple, I might actually like the smaller ones better. So once you've got a couple, you can then really start thinking about what kind of colors you want, and you can look for those in your junk mail and think about which colors you want to be on the ends and which colors you want to sort of end up in the middle. And then you can think about arranging them, because maybe you want to turn them into jewelry for fun. Well, that's kind of a nice arrangement. Okay, so you could just go ahead and string these on pipe cleaners and make all kinds of cool decorations that way. You could make a bracelet, you could make them into, oh man, I bet you guys have so many more ideas than I do right this second. But if you just want to make regular jewelry, a piece of string is going to be really helpful. So I just have a little bit of skinny yarn. You could use doubled over thread, you could use embroidery thread. But how to get this through here? If you had a needle you could thread with this, then you could use that, but maybe you don't. So go right back to this toothpick. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold the end down here, and then I'm gonna wrap up a little bit, and then I'm gonna wrap back down right over top of my yarn, and that's gonna kind of hold the yarn right in place. Then I'm gonna pick up my arrangement, gently slide that through. Look how nicely that worked. One, I'm just keeping a little bit of tension on there. Two, that one's a little bit snugger. Come on. Oh. So it's pushing my end out because the paper's just rolled up. You're not gonna work. Art is problem solving. Try the other end maybe? Let's see. Oh, look at that. Who knew? I did not know that was happening. Okay. Will I make it through this really, really long one? All right. Oh, that one's doing the same thing. Oh, This one's gonna make it through. Then I can kind of readjust this. If you really want them to stay put, you can add little more dabs of glue as you're rolling them up. And then last one. Ta-da. And then you can just unwrap the yarn from around your toothpick, and you are ready to tie this and make it a necklace. Fun! You guys can make necklaces for friends and drop them off at their houses doing safe social distancing. You could just hang it up on their doorknob of their front house, or you could make jewelry for yourself, for your family. So much fun. Can't wait to see what you make.